Alrighty. We are live once again, talking about nothing. Talking about jack shit, jack squat. Let's go. I have some ice cream with me today, so that's cool. Hello, hello. Yo, it's an unknown. How you doing, my guy? Doing all right, doing all right. I'm gonna be doing like an hour and a half or so of this talking stream, and then I'm gonna be working on vocals for stuff. And I'm actually humming along the riff of the song that I'm gonna be recording. So it's a good song. So yeah. Jack Shit and Jack Squatter, Jack Walker's lost half brothers living in the Underverse. For real. You've just revealed a very key plot point. Just kidding. Hi, good morning. Yeah, it is. It is a fine, fine day. Kind of. I have to make you mod because you're not a mod yet. So I'm gonna do that. I forgot to add you as moderator. You're going to be standard moderator. There we go. Yay. You're now a mod member. Yay. Hooray. But yeah. Yay. Morning. I mean, not yay for the morning, but you get what I mean. I have that song stuck in my fucking head. That's why I'm going to be recording vocals for it later on stream, because I don't fucking care. Whoa. Like, Andre is back at my house. I would be concerned if he was. I don't think that's necessarily a good idea for him. That is what. No, I'm not gonna say that. No, that's. I think that's a bit too much. There's a piece of my hair that's sticking straight fucking up, and I don't like it. Like, it's right there, right there. It's that one. Can I grab it? Nah, I'm not gonna say it. Hello, hello, hello to all of those of you coming in. Welcome to the stream. Just talking in the morning. I have ice cream. Hello, there is a Russian name. I do not know how to pronounce Russian things, so I will just say Russian name. Hello. Hello there, what? How you doing? How you doing? And yes, I eat ice cream in the morning. Deal with it. It's perfect for getting me awake. What flavor of ice cream? Chocolate chip cookie dough. Hello, Orpheus010. How you doing? How you doing? Can you send me $3? No, I'm flat fucking broke. No. Unfortunately, no. Sorry about that. Yeah. You tried, yeah. But yeah, as I said, this is going to be a talking stream for about hour 15, hour and a half, maybe. And then I'm going to transition it over into a recording vocals stream for miscellaneous stuff, including my cover of Surveillance, because that song is stuck in my fucking head. And I need to do that cover because I just need to right now. So, yeah. And yeah, it is 8:13 in the morning for me, and my vocals are already warmed up. So it's like I could start doing it now, but it's like I don't want to. Will writes genuinely catchy riffs. Absolutely. Motherfucker was cooking with the Surveillance riff. Just fucking jammers, man. Okay, I understand. Thank you for understanding. Had to close my phone for a bit, but I return. Welcome back. That was weird. Back. Welcome back. Back. Also, to those of you in the chat, remember to like the stream. That is very nice stuff. Surveillance riff mentioned. Absolutely, yes. The Surveillance riff is so fucking good. Fucking cooking. Surveillance is a song from Mr. Will Ryan, also known as DA Games, Iris, Will Ryan Originals, the man, who wrote the most popular covers on this channel. Except for one of them, which is a Sleep Token cover, which is the most popular song on this channel. I'm in Ukraine. I am in the United States and it sucks. Hello, C meme Peach. Is that supposed to indicate that I have an ass? Because I really don't. I'm Ukrainian. I'm winter. I'm American. I'm a lesbian. I thought you were an American. Jesus Christ. I need to shut up. I'm also a sick riff. Wow. Yes, I can confirm it sucks. Yeah. Sick riff writer? Yeah, I would say so. Hell yeah. Physically ill is a great word. Jesus fucking Christ, Wyatt. No fucking way. Favorite movies or directors? Ooh. A lot has changed in the past couple of years. I now understand why I've been given mod. Absolutely. Yeah. Favorite movies, directors. I don't know. I'm not much of a movie watcher as I am a television watcher, like serialized shows and the like. But Christopher Nolan's a fantastic director. He's really one of the only ones that I can really think of. Quentin Tarantino, for all of his faults, he's really good. You know, as I said, for all of his faults, he's so hands-on with this process, and it's like he always gets what he wants out of a film. He never gets anything less than that. Physically Ill is one of my favorite riffs, and a pinch harmonic. Sick riff writer occasionally. Yeah, I would say so. One of my favorite directors is David Lynch. Absolutely. David Lynch was a fucking mastermind. Man knew how to make a movie. I can't remember his. There's one other director. Wow, why couldn't I remember the name of fucking Stanley Kubrick? That's fucking insane. I couldn't remember his name, but Stanley Kubrick is another amazing director. who did The Shining, 2001: A Space Odyssey, Clockwork Orange, Full Metal Jacket, especially. Full Metal Jacket is probably among my favorite movies of all time because it's just so unflinching in its reality. It's not a film that's for everybody, mind you. It's a film that is very much for those who have a strong mental fortitude and are not easily disturbed. So, yeah. May he rest well. Absolutely. Yeah. Also, rest in peace to Stanley Kubrick. Um, that is actually not a true thing, by the way, unknown. Shelley Duvall, uh, recently before she died, actually denied all of the claims that David Lynch was the one abusing her on that set. It was among the other people. And before the sets had concluded, um, those people were fired from the sets. So she, no, Stanley did not contribute to the abuse, at least from Shelley's perspective. He did input long work hours and retakes because he wanted to get everything right, but that was the extent of the damage he did. Yeah, I know, all recorded last year. Are you fucking kidding? So, so hold on. Wyatt, you mean to tell me that you have a 10-track album, a 6-track EP, and a 9-track album, technically 10, all recorded last year, and you just haven't released them yet? That's fucking insane. That's absolutely mad. Absolute madman right here. Enjoy the film Sonatine. I think I've seen it. Yeah, the Yakuza film, 1993, right? It has an entire album from the with Teeth sessions that he doesn't run release. Yeah, probably. Plan to do more this year too. You fucking madman. Like, I'll admit, I do some crazy stuff with Winter does stuff, crazy stuff. Laugh. Um, but like I do crazy writing gymnastics, but at the same time, it's like I only write project to project. I never really do anything like outside of those I want a divorce. um, but um, like I've written. Let me look, because Broken Visage, all kind of written. Well, a portion of that was Jack Nicholson is an amazing actor, but I don't really think he's a good guy. Yeah, Jack Nicholson is kind of a dick, or was kind of a dick. Um, but Reminiscent Desolation, um, for the most part, was written in like 6 days. Um, Broken Visage, that we're not going to talk about the writing process for Broken Visage because that was a pain in my ass. Um, Ending the Memory is interesting because that took a couple of those tracks took longer than the others, but the majority of that album was also written in like a week or so. Mitch and I, after like 2 years of procrastinating, decided to start writing Barton Skyway, and I can officially say as of tonight, the album will have finished writing in the span of a week. Fuck yeah! Love that. Love to hear it. But yeah, Ending the Memory was done in like the span of a week. Players and Pieces, that one's also a little bit different because it's like I've had like writing ideas for that album since forever. Like the Terrifier song, that was written in like a day, not even. I want to say the Terrifier song, at least the lyrics for them, was written in like a few hours, maybe less. I do music. Shut up from one song to seven a couple days ago. Fuck yeah, that's crazy. But the rest of Players and Pieces was pretty easy. What's up, dude from JM Covers? Hey, I actually have seen a bunch of your covers, and they're really good. Uh, you are like vocally, you're really impressive. One day included 3 songs written by. Hell yeah. How you doing, JM? But yeah, the majority of Players and Pieces, I want to say, like collectively, was written in the span of 2 days. Like if we're not talking about like the grand timeline, like all of the process put together was only like 2 days. It was just a lot of planning for it. Your reaction to Edge kind of got me. Edge. How did you learn how to growl slash scream? Trial and error. Um, and by trial and error, I tore a hole in my larynx. So, um, not the right way. Let's say that. Off of Descent. Ah, I gotcha. Yeah, that was a pretty intense reaction, to say the least. So, agreed. Yeah, that's my answer, Jam. Not the right way. What song are you planning on covering next? Today actually, there's going to be a cover posted. Let me look at the schedule. Because today there's going to be a cover of The Emptiness Machine from Linkin Park, because I think that song deserves to be covered. The next cover isn't actually coming out until April 29th, because on the 16th, there is going to be my original EP releasing, which is really cool. The Broken Visage Patchwork Edition. Probably going to cover Havoc Be That Game. All right, cool. But yeah, next cover isn't going to be until April 29th, which is going to be Draw the Line finalist. And then in May, Heart of an Artist finalist edition is releasing the full album. So yeah. But yeah, no covers until the end of this month, because original material comes first, in my opinion. So, and I mean, there's going to be a bunch of just random covers after that. Appreciate you covering Emptiness Machine. Hell yeah. Yeah, it's a song that I think really deserves to be covered. I think I did a pretty decent-ish job at it. Song is underrated. I wouldn't say that. That song, I want to say it has over 100 million views already, or at least almost. Emptiness Machine. Yeah, it has 116 million views. That is not underrated, my friend. Yeah. But it is a song that I feel I needed to cover, because I've been planning to do a Linkin Park cover collection for a long time. And I thought that I would do that one before I do any of the other ones. And the reaction, were you about to cry / tear up? I don't remember, honestly. So that's the thing about my reactions. I don't remember what it was like in the moment, especially for a lot of those. Like a lot of reactions, I just kind of recorded them and then I don't remember them at all. Like I remember my thought process when putting them on the list, but the reactions that are on there are the reactions that they are. You know, I can't really recall stuff like that. But I do remember that it was intense. Modern day Linkin Park is great. Sure, no one will ever in a million years top Mr. Bennington, but Emily is very good. Yeah. I think that Emily is a fantastic fit for the band. I think that her era of Linkin Park is starting off strong, and I think we should give her the opportunity to carry that torch forward. I think she's really cool. Her energy on stage is infectious, and in like behind the scenes stuff, there was one picture. I believe it was at the League of Legends like Arcane soundtrack concert where it was Linkin Park, Ashnikko was there, and there was a picture of them all posing in front of the camera, and literally everyone was posing like all cool and badass and stuff. But then Emily looks like she's biting down on Brad's head. Like she has this kind of look on her, like this kind of look on her face, and it's just amazing, absolutely wonderful. Yeah, I love Emily's energy that she brings to the band. It's so refreshing to see someone who, like, she gives a shit about like the craft and the music and the performance, but other than that, just no fucks given. She's awesome. I really, really enjoy her energy. Imagine if Chester was there. He would be happy to front alongside Emily. Absolutely. Haven't heard of Linkin Park, Get Out. Favorite songs by them, What I've Done, easily one of the top five. Um, Given Up, another one of the top five. One More Light, the title track of their album One More Light, which Chester, that was his last album. Favorites, absolute favorites. Castle of Glass is another one. I think that song is pretty good. And Burn It Down. Love Giving Up, to be honest. Yeah, it's a really tough song, though. I do want to cover it one day. I just don't think I'm ready yet. Like, there was an era on this channel where I did do a cover. It was awful. It was absolutely fucking awful. So I'm not there yet, but I do plan to cover it one day. I also plan to cover Heavy is the Crown pretty decently soon. I actually already have it started. Paper Cut. It's a pretty good one, yeah. This is what you asked for. Heavy is the crown. Fire in the sunrise. Ashes raining down. Don't try to hold it in, but it keeps bleeding out. This is what you asked for. Heavy is the crown. Crown. Would you forgive me a chance to make myself better and the opportunity to make a music video with you? It's a fucking honor. Absolutely. Hell yeah. I'm always willing to give people second chances if I feel they deserve them. There is not a single person in this world that I will just completely turn away. Scream without warning up so I sounded like ass. Absolutely. Yeah, you gotta warm up. Always, you gotta warm up. It's the biggest thing. I will say that I should eat my words and take my own advice because I like never warm up. Very nice, Unknown. Please don't do that by me, though. Anyway. Yeah, probably. How long can you scream? Um, Ember, also known as Oblivion, knows this little fact. There was one time, I've told this story many times before, at my high school. I think I was in freshman or sophomore year. Um, I was doing like a whisper fry scream, like "Ah," like that kind of thing, and you can do that for so much longer than like actual "Ah," like belting out screams. I held that for about 2.5 minutes and then passed out. um, Not a good idea. Don't recommend it. Blood flows to your head, or like you lose blood oxygen in your brain, and it really really hurts when you wake up. So don't do that. Uh, yeah, I was testing to see how long I could do it, and yeah, about 2.5 minutes. I held it and then immediately passed out as soon as I let go of it. Absolutely ridiculous. 0 out of 10. Do not recommend. I literally hit the floor. According to one of my friends, because I was doing it at the lunch table. According to one of my friends, like my eyes rolled back into my head and I just flat on the ground. Damn, I can probably do like 1 minute max. I don't even recommend doing it for that long. like, um, but in terms of like belting out, it all depends on the state my lungs are in at that moment. I think I've held like straight belting out a scream. I think the longest I've held is about 30 seconds. And I want to say that was probably look Jesus Christ unknown. Cause that where is it? I think I actually have it on here. Where is it? No, I don't have it anymore. Fuck. I don't actually have it. Naming Jesus. It's unknown. Oh no, I don't think I actually have it anymore. But it was in my Pain Remains 3 cover. Yeah, I don't have it anymore. Fuck! Yeah. Use BandLab, which is hard to consider. I mean, BandLab isn't difficult to use in terms of like vocal stuff. It's just a lot harder to do instrumental material though. Whisper Fry scream pretty good. Not for that long though. It's not have what I use BandLab. Hell yeah. I don't know. I don't know what I was saying, but yeah, I don't have the Pain Remains 3 file anymore. But I did do the very end of that song, like the instrumental cuts out, and then it's like, and I held that for about 30 seconds, and it was a pain in my ass. And that one I also almost passed out for. Winter uses Studio One, I use FL Studio. Agree to disagree? Yep. We will definitely agree to disagree on that one. I love how I have a project file on here that's just titled Ryuk shit. Completely forgot about that. That's wild. And it has like, oh my god, it has so many files of like stuff that Ryuk has sent me. That's funny, dude. I forgot about that. That's hilarious. All right. I'm just trying to look through all that I have here. Use it for instrumentals. You're wrong. I mean, I didn't say you can't use it for instrumentals. It's just not easy for high quality instrumentals, at least in my opinion. It doesn't really work too well. At least for me. For me, when I used it, it didn't work that well. So. It keeps bleeding now. This is what you asked for. Heavy is the crowd. Heavy is the crowd. But how are we all doing, by the way? Like just curious. So I think it's the use. Are you saying that I have a skill issue, Wyatt? Is that what you're saying? I mean, if you are saying it, you're right. Because I can't do instrumentals for shit. So you're not exactly wrong. Yeah, so called fucking drum beat. Absolutely. Oh no. I've run out of ice cream. Damn. I wasn't, but I kind of was. Yeah, I mean, I'll be honest. I can't make instrumentals for shit. I am so ass at doing instrumentals. The best things I can do with instrumentals is add key changes to songs that don't have them and make breakdowns sound a little bit more dirty and funky. Wait, what did I do there? What did I do there? What? What is that? Why is that cut there? Oh, that's what it's for. Made a whole ass orchestral metalcore song that you can't hear yet. Ooh, color me intrigued. Also, whenever you get the chance unknown, and a date aligns that I can actually fucking pull it off, we need to work on instrumental stuff in a VC because I have ideas, particularly for Power of Choice, the Deltarune song. I'm really excited for the riff idea that I've come up with. Like, I can't fucking write it down, but I think it's a really cool riff idea. Like, it's very militant. But we'll get there when we get there. Heart will go on. We'll stay forever this way. You are safe in my heart, and my heart will go on and on. You can play it on stream. I can listen to it on stream, but I can't play it out loud because this thing has city speakers. But if you just want to send it over. Power of choice, it's all in your grip. A fragile mind on a sinking ship. You push and pull, but who's really in charge? Soul slave trapped in your barge, yet every decision cuts like a knife, piercing the fabric of my shattered life. What is that? The weight of control leaves nothing to gain. What's left of freedom when only chains remain? I really like that chorus that I've come up with. The power of choice, it's all in your grip. A fragile mind on a sinking ship. You push and pull, but who's really in charge? A soul enslaved trapped in your barge. Yet every decision cuts like a knife, piercing the fabric of my shattered life. The weight of control leaves nothing to gain. What's left of freedom when only chains remain? Discord later today if you don't mind showing how fast I can make it. Maybe. Welcome back, JM, for making some eggs. The incredible edible egg. All right, I'm gonna listen to this real quick. I'll tell you how it is. Ooh, Harms. Nice. Are you fucking kidding? Is that the fucking description? Jesus Christ, unknown. Yo, it's an advocate music. How you doing, dude? Fucking Christ. That's a cool riff. I like that. Yeah. The power of choice, it's all in your grip. A fragile mind on a sinking ship. You push and pull, but who's really in charge? A soul enslaved trapped in your barge. Yet every decision cuts like a knife, piercing the fabric of my shattered life. The weight of control leaves nothing to gain. What's left of freedom when only chains remain? I love that chorus. I think I did a really good job with that one. That's the riff that we'll play for that Will had for his unreleased Resident Evil 7 or 8 song. I don't think Will actually... Did he? I don't remember him saying anything about it. About the Resident Evil Village song. But, anyway. Yeah. Lost media. Gotcha. I'm in your hands upon a toy, twisting my faith, come to destroy. No will of my own, you pull the strings, a puppet to your whims as darkness sings. You cut my path unseen, unknown, a journey stolen, not my own. I scream in silence, a hollow sound. In your shadow, I'm tightly bound. Do you hear my cries beneath your control? Is there a price to pay for the depths of your soul? Tangled in a web of your own design. What's the cost of taking what's mine? The power of choice, it's all in your Anyway, what's harder to do, false chords or fry screams? Probably fry screams. False chords are really easy. I just have to do, like, as you can see from my face, I don't really have to struggle when I do it like this. Like, I don't really have to struggle with that much. But fry screams, I have to kind of like angle my head a certain way because it's using a lot of stuff down here. It's a more healthy way to do it, but I have to... So I would say fry screams are harder for me. But yeah, false chord is really easy for me. And it helps that I like can tap into my lower register stuff a lot easier than higher. Same riff, power chords came in. It was Will scream, Miranda! Yeah, false chords for some reason. That must mean that you have a higher timbre to your voice. It's all in how your voice and, you know, vocal stuff is all structured. If it's harder for you to do false chords, you have a higher register. If it's easier for you to do false chords, you have a lower register, and that's fine. Yeah, absolutely. I do agree. JM's really good. Very early demo, not released yet. I will check out this demo off stream Wyatt, because it is about 3 minutes. That would be very difficult to record or do on stream with like people. But I will check it out. But yeah. But yeah. Yes, I'm so excited for fucking original music. Do you feel the weight as I start to fade? Lost in the shadows that you made. It's not your world, it's my agony. A twisted game of what's left of me. You steer my heart to an empty shore where I go screaming, hopes no more. I try to rise, but your grip is tight, dragging me deeper into this night. The line is thin between choice and my man. Fragile insistence slipping through my hand. You claim the power, but the cracks remain. Hollow victory soaked in pain! 1 minute song, that's fine, so 3 minutes. Goddamn mic is broken. I thought it would just be the XLR, but getting mic cut out shit sucks. Real. It does suck. Gotta let me mix your vocals. What mic do I use? I use a Myono. It is a Myono compressor mic. It's not much. But I have maneuvered Studio One material to make it sound infinitely better than it should. And of all things, it's a fucking USB mic. So maybe that's why my vocals are kind of ass, as some people would say. But I think it works for me. It was cheap enough where I was like, hell yeah, brother. But I don't really care. It works for me. Yeah. You need more compression on your vocals? Yeah. Also, wrong name. But yeah, I need to find a way to balance compression material on my vocals. What are you doing, Wardina Wardu? I am just talking. Just talking. It's a 1 minute song. Have you ever had to private a video? Yes, many times. Especially over on Winter Dust Stuff. Yeah. I much prefer Winter, by the way. It is. It's a personal thing. Nah, you're good. You're good. But I run this channel, Reminiscent Industries, and the channel Winter Does Stuff. So with that, I actually recently had to private a reaction because, well, it's not privatized, it's actually deleted because it was a reaction to a Black Griffin song. Yeah. We're not gonna we're not gonna go there. Saw your book Gravity Falls. Gravity Falls is not mine. That is absolutely not mine. That is property of Mr. Alex Hirsch. Yeah, we don't talk about Black Griffin here. Yeah, that is not. We don't like him. Yeah. Yeah, Gravity Falls is not mine. So, sorry to disappoint with that one. Yeah. So, I deleted that video. I mean, it's not like admittedly as twisted, like as fucked as this sounds, that aspect of him is one of the lesser things that he's done. Well, I wouldn't say it's one of the lesser things. It's a pretty fucked up thing that he's done. But dude has done some heinous fucking things. Haven't read The Fall. What's it about? Oh boy, that is a fun question. That is a loaded question. Um, in short, it's about a man named Samuel Barrington who is he's thrust into a cosmic war against a being known as the Negative. Uh, it is filled with trauma, it is filled with heart, it is filled with passion, but most of all, it's yeah, I have so much to say about it. TLDR, he groomed people and was abusive. That's not even all of it. Dude has done so much worse. Like again, like it's tough to talk about that guy because it's like he has done so much shit and no one has called him out for it until this past year. And it's like it's literally like mind-blowing the amount of heinous shit that guy has done. It's actually mind-blowing. Yeah, Black Griffin is horrible. But yeah. Yeah, JM, if you have Discord, there's a link in the main socials tab if you want to join it. But yeah. But my name is only Numbers. Yeah, join the Discord server. It's going to be in the socials tab if you want to join it. The big community Discord. Advocate is not in there. Bro left. Big sad. But anyway, let's don't call me out. I'll call you out if I want to, motherfucker. Just kidding. Love you. You're cool. Won't ask because it could be personal. Yeah. From what I understand, he just kind of took a social media dip, aside from like YouTube and stuff, and seems to be working out. So, but yeah. What do we talk about now? In the world. Yeah. No. Unknown. Honestly, the thing with Will is that yes, he's done some pretty bad shit. But I think that he has grown since then. And I totally understand anyone who doesn't want to be associated with the community anymore. But I also understand Will's perspective on it's like he doesn't want to talk about it because he doesn't want to focus on the past. It's a complicated issue, the stuff with Will and the DA community. It's a really sensitive subject for a lot of people. And it's really hard to articulate a point when there's so much that can be said for either direction. So, yeah. Where are you from? From Flooded Path. I am from the United States of America, and it's ass. Because I don't want to be associated with Will's community. Yeah, I completely understand that. Yeah, again, Will's done some pretty spotty shit. Been associated with things that aren't exactly kosher, to say the very least. So I don't blame anybody who doesn't want to be associated anymore. Would you ever want to collaborate with any of us in the chat in the future? Well, I'm already collaborating with Unknown on. I mean, if you want to get away from spaces that don't talk about it, don't be associated with communities that have been attached to him. Like, I've said it before, the document isn't wrong. There's a lot of bad shit that Will's done, and it's about time that he kind of owns up to it, because people deserve to have closure in that sense. Bro is being kind of childish, just not responding. I completely agree with that side of the community. So, with all due respect, no, we're not gonna stop talking about it. I support Will in the sense that he helped me grow in my musical career. Will shaped my musical interest like no other artist has. And because of the interactions that I had with him, especially in 2022 to 23, Will is someone who I put a lot of trust in. Will is someone who I grew to really appreciate the company of, because he was such a, like, yes, he's done fucked shit, but it's like Will is a very wise person when the mood strikes, I guess. And it's like, that man has saved my life. And in more ways than just like I've listened to his music and that has, you know, helped me come out the other side. No, he legitimately saved my life. I was in a dark spot, and I, doing the typical cringe Discord thing, I kind of labeled my status and profile picture as like in a bad place, and he talked to me. He DM'd me and was like, "Hey, do you want to talk?" And we had a voice call, just him and I. And it was, he legitimately saved my life. And it's like, that's why this situation is so difficult for people to talk about. Because, yes, Will has done some wonderful things in his career as a creator, but he's also done some pretty spotty, like, things. And it's like, it's such a complicated situation for everybody in the community. Like, it's why I don't openly support either side. Like, yes, I agree with supporting the man for who he has become over the years. I appreciate him and the growth that he has had since his beginning. There is no doubting. There is no sorry about that. There is no argument that you can make that that man has not, like, you can't say that he hasn't changed. But it's also the fact that he has done some very, very questionable things that need to be called out. And it's like, there's a lot of gray area on both sides that you really can't, it's really hard to just take a side in general. It's really, it's a very gray situation. It's not black and white like a bunch of people would have people believe. Yeah. But I think moving on back to like just casual chatting stuff, I do want to kind of go away from that topic because that could spiral. Would you ever want to collaborate with any of us in the chat in the future? From JM. Yeah. I am. Alrighty. Yeah, it seems everyone's already gone. I do have to go. So, goodbye.